Alright, I'm going to show you how to repair the Spot R or Spot 400R flashlight button, the main button. I've already cut this open and I've actually already done the repair, but I'll walk you guys through it, how I did it. So, first, you're going to take a Swiss Army knife or a razor blade or a box cutter or an X-Acto knife, whatever you have. Just a really pointy blade, and you are going to cut out the button. Because unfortunately, you cannot open this flashlight. Don't even, like, you cannot open this flashlight. They glued or epoxied everything together. It's ridiculous. However, we can still retain the waterproofing if you use flexible glue. I'm going to use some silicone RTV, usually used for sealing up, like, cars. You can use some flexible glue and glue the button back on when you are finished. I have specifically chosen to have not simply the long oval shaped button, but a little bit of the material on the side to take off, so I have more surface area to glue back on. And when we glue it back on, we are also going to fill in this edge around the button, this little ridge, so we have, it'll basically be flush, but it will still work. Alright, to the repair. Once you've gotten this opened up, you're going to open your blade, get your blade out. You're going to have to set down the phone for a second. You take your blade, and what I did first, which you can do if you would like to, is I took my ultrasonic toothbrush, turned it on, and I pressed it. It's not on right now, but I pressed it beside the button itself, still on that metal plate. And I held it there for a few seconds, shake up any gunk. However, that didn't work, but it might have helped for this next bit. Sorry about my finger. You're going to take your knife. You're going to press down the button on the side, just on the very edge of the button, right? And I'm going to have to prop up this phone for this to work. So you're going to press down on the edge of the button and then slide off and let it click back up. You're going to do this about 50 times. But you're going to want to make sure that you're like actually depressing the button all the way, but don't push too hard. And then slide off. Now, it worked that time, right? I've already done this, but you're going to do that like 50 times, and at first you're going to realize that when you still push it, it's not going to do anything. Mine does. I've already fixed it. But after you've clicked it the first few times, you can try it with your finger. You can try it with your finger, see if it works. And it very well might not, but you're going to want to do that about 50 times, until it starts working. And once it's given you just consistently working every time, right? Then you're going to want to do it another 50 times, because you do not want to have it just barely working, glue it back up, and find out you have to cut it open again. I'm going to also take my ultrasonic toothbrush and vibrate it a crap ton more, just to get any gunk out of there, shake it around, remove any oxidation that may have occurred on the little contact plates. But then you can just glue it back up. And next time you are relying solely on this flashlight, if you are in the woods on a long-term backpacking trip, I would certainly recommend taking a little blade with you, which you should do no matter what, and a tiny tube or a tiny amount of flexible glue like RTV silicone glue to glue this back up if you end up having to repair it. Now, repairability rating of this flashlight, 0 out of 10. You can't open it, and you can't even get to the point where you can desolder this and replace the button unless you cut out this whole area. It's just ridiculous. This was pretty new when it started having this issue. I could have returned it, but I prefer to fix my own things. I mean, it's an expensive flashlight, and I think throwing it in the dump because this tiny button didn't work is ridiculous. But, I mean, Black Diamond, shape up. This is ridiculous. Get better quality buttons. And have a great day. Good luck fixing your flashlight.